Okay, welcome to another edition of the Revolution Fitness Newsletter. Today we're going to go over an exercise that a lot of people are starting to teach all over the country. I see people in many gyms doing it, which I think is great. It's called the Turkish Get Up. The challenge is that a lot of people are doing it too fast, or they're skipping some of the basic essential steps. So I wanted to go over some of just the basic foundational movements of the Turkish Get Up and maybe give you a couple tips that can help you really do it better. So the main thing with the get up is to get the setup right. If you get the setup right, your shoulder feels safe, your wrist is safe, the elbow's safe. From there, it'll be a much easier transition to get up. If you start off a little goofy, it's hard. So let's get the setup. So you're going to lie on your side, and you basically are going to put your hand through. Your other hand goes on top, and using your body, you're going to twist up. And I recommend that people just get good at doing this. They just get good at moving their body as opposed to kind of reaching out and trying to get your arm to do it. So you get here, you bring it close to your body, you come up from here, you press up with both hands, and then you want your wrist to be slightly flexed. And what I mean by that is that you want to avoid this kind of position. This is very common. You'll find in a lot of people that they'll want to extend back. You want them to almost flex their arm, almost like the Popeye thing, where you flex your forearm. There'll be a little bit of flexion in the wrist, but this packs the shoulder nicer, and it just keeps the wrist and the tendons, everything's just a lot in a much, much healthier position. From here, this leg comes up, and you are pushing off this right leg considerably. So you do almost a punch and crunch at the same time, where you punch and crunch and you come up. And that's the move that people don't get. They try to sit up. I have them drive off this right leg, punch up onto their left forearm. From here, they lift their hips up and back down again. This is just a good movement right there. Get people to learn how to extend their hips. From here, you got to get them to get their knee towards their hand. And a lot of people try to stand up from here. Huge mistake. Teach them to square their body first. Once their body is square, they can shift their weight to their front leg and they stand up. You come down, you reverse the movement. Look up at the bell. The hand comes down. They have to kick out the leg. Slowly come down. One vertebra at a time. Come back to that right leg. Bring it down with two hands. And then roll over. So my main advice is to practice each step. If there's a step that you or your client are lacking, work on that step. If it's the wrist, maybe it's the arm is not staying vertical overhead, maybe they're unable to really come up onto their hips, maybe it's a mobility issue. Whatever your weakness is, find the weakness and attack it. That's the Turkish Get Up. We'll see you next time.